Hi, I'm Leigh-Chantelle from Viva and I'm here today with Marisa, who has just launched, or is about to launch, a documentary called Vegucated. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thank you. And we're in Union Square Park in New York at the moment, and Marisa's just going to tell us a bit about her film. So what was the inspiration behind Vegucated? Why did you decide to do it?
Well, first of all, I had gone all around North America showing documentaries, other people's documentaries, about vegetarianism and animal protection, and I saw just how effective that was as a tool for change, to inspire people to make changes. And so I was sitting in the theater watching Super Size Me eons ago, and I thought, you know, somebody should really make a film that shows the reverse of that, but also covers the animal part and the, you know, ethical side. So I told my boss, and she said, well, you should do that.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? Yeah, exactly. And I had no film experience, never taken a film class, but I thought, you know, what the heck, let's give it a try. And I seriously thought it would take a year.
Oh yeah.
And it takes a long time to make a crappy film.
Yeah.
It takes a really long time to make a decent one. So it's been a process. But yeah, so we started, and I got a bunch of people on board who actually did know what they were doing.
That helped.
Yeah, and we made it happen.
Yeah, cool. And so how long's it taken now since almost release?
Actually, since the idea, 7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
So if you're thinking of creating a vegan film, maybe keep that in mind.
Please do. I mean, generally the rule in terms of DIY, actually filmmaking in general, is that you can't make a film that's good and fast and cheap. You get 2 out of the 3.
Yeah.
And we opted for cheap and good, so it's taken a while.
Yeah, which it does. Anything creative, I think, always does, because you're relying on other people and you're relying on their schedules, in particular if you're not paying them for anything.
That's exactly
they're not
right.
going to really hurry to do it,
No,
are they?
so they're not.
Yeah.
You've got it. That's exactly how it works.
And so I saw Vegucated as one of the movies that was at the Animal Rights Conference in LA, and it's also going to be at the Vegan Bloggers Conference in Portland at the end of August. And it's really great. It's got your enthusiasm, everything into it, and Marisa stars in the film as well with 3 other people. Can you give us a brief sort of description of what it's about?
Sure. So it goes a little bit into my backstory about how I went vegan, and then I introduced the concept of having 3 people go vegan for 6 weeks, and just see if they experience some of the same epiphanies and changes physiologically, psychologically that I did, and that you did, and that we all did.
Yeah.
And so I pulled out a casting call on Craigslist, interviewed about 25 people, and ended up with 3 very different people
They are.
with very different challenges in going vegan. And they all, you know, had a different journey, but we did a lot of the same activities, lots of hands-on activities that really opened their eyes to the truth about factory farming, animal agriculture in general, even, you know, organic family farming too.
Because there's a mother, there's a bachelor, and there's a girl as well.
A college student, she lives at home with her family still, and she doesn't like vegetables or beans.
That always makes it hard.
It does. But she emailed me a few months ago. She said, guess what? I love zucchini and I love lentils.
Yeah, good.
So she's expanding her palate.
Well, yeah, your taste buds change, don't they? And I think I read somewhere it takes 13 times to try something before you actually
start to like the flavor.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's a bit of a hard thing, especially if you've got in your head you don't like zucchini or something.
Right, exactly.
And so I'm just about to release the film. What's the release sort of schedule that you've got planned?
Well, we've got, as you said, one last sneak peek screening at the end of August on August 25th at the Curious Comedy Theater in Portland, Oregon, as part of the Viva Vegan Bloggers Conference. And then we actually do have our world premiere venue, but we aren't going to share it now because we don't have the details, and they told me to keep it mum. But that's going to be in September in one of the biggest veg-friendly cities in North America.
Right.
Yeah, and then we'll be doing our DIY theatrical tour this fall, just hitting key cities all around North America, getting people excited about the film, just making a fun night of it at the theater. And then we'll release the film digitally and on DVD before the holidays. And then we'll open up the screenings campaign to grassroots activists all over next year.
Yep.
So people can hold screenings at their yoga studio, church, college, and even their living room, because we're going to have a whole, house party screening potluck campaign as well.
Good idea.
Thank you.
And that's a good idea with the potluck, because it is focused on food mostly, isn't it?
That's right. And we're going to include tried and tested recipes that people can make for their guests, so that they know that people will like the food.
That's always good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And people who want to attend, that's sort of a mini Vegucated challenge for them to bring a vegan dish. And that alone will open their eyes a little bit to veganism.
Yeah, definitely. And so tell me about your journey to veganism. Why did you become a vegan in the first place?
Well, I was always an animal lover. I would be that person who would rescue squirrels and little birds and stuff, around the house.
Squirrels are very cute over here.
They are, and they're very cheeky. Hopefully we'll be able to say hi to one. But I didn't really make the connection with, food animals until I saw a documentary at my Unitarian Universalist church. And it opened my eyes. I walked out a vegetarian.
Wow.
And then I picked up a pamphlet at that screening called 101 Reasons Why I'm a Vegetarian. But it was really about veganism. And I read that, and by the time I finished reading it, I was vegan. I was like, this is it. I mean, I love animals, but it also included all kinds of information about the environment and health, and it's just a win-win-win.
Yeah.
So it seems like a no-brainer, and that's why I did.
It does to most of us that have made that choice, but then how do we get those other people that haven't made the choice yet?
Exactly.
Hopefully through videos like yours. And what's the website that people can check out?
It's getvegucated.com, and that's GETVEGUCATED. Woo! So Vegucated with a G.
Cool, sounds great, and good luck with the impending release of the DVD and all your hard work.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Leigh-Chantelle. I've been a big fan of yours for so long.
Thanks, sweetheart. And we finally got to meet. Yay! So have a look at vivalavegan.net for more interviews with inspiring vegans.